In this game we're gonna learn how to create an outpost. White has no outposts and his e-pawn is hanging, but he does have a lead in development. If he tries e5 and takes, bishop c5, king h1, takes, and knight g4. With different threats. So this is not good for white. Instead, white played f5 and black played e5. Queen d7 was probably better, because after takes, queen d4, protecting a pawn, bishop e7, bishop g5. White has an initiative, but still no outposts. Most interesting move for black was b4. Try not to allow knight access to d5, knight a4, e5. White has an outpost, but it's not useful to him because he cannot occupy it with his pieces. But instead to going to a4, white can sacrifice a piece, takes, and if takes, take on e7. On king d7 we have e5. And on king e7, queen e1. So what can happen after queen e1? On takes, threatening e5, knight takes, rook f4, d5, and now rook sacrifice, takes, and bishop a3 with a big attack. On queen b6, we have bishop e3, queen b7, and now e5, opening up the king, takes, and queen c3. And on queen c7, we have takes, knight takes e4, and queen h3, and black has a lot of problems. These knights were given just to illustrate white's advantage in development. And because of that advantage, black has to make positional concessions, giving d5 outpost to white if he wants to avoid these kind of lines. So attacking play and positional play go hand in hand. So f5, e5, and now queen d3, defending a pawn, bishop e7, bishop g5, exchanging a piece that has nothing to do with d5 square for a piece that does. Black should have probably prevented this with h6. After bishop g5, queen b6, king h1, castle, and now bishop f6. All according to plan, takes, and bishop d5, eliminating the last defender of d5 square, rook a to c8, takes, and rook a to d1. The final preparation for knight d5, if white played it right away, then comes queen d4, takes, and black has good chances to save the endgame, as the white e and c pawn are rather weak. So after rook a to d1, rook f to c8, knight d5, queen d8, and c3, bishop e7, and now rook a1. The plan is to go a4 and destroy these pawns, probably win one of them. White player chose the plan with minimum risk, but more adventurous was f6, takes, and rook f1 with a strong attack. After rook a1, we have f6. If bishop f8, a4, on takes we take, and a pawn is falling. Soon, on rook b8, knight b4, rook c to b6, a4, rook goes back, and knight c6. After f6, a4, rook b8. Black should have lost a pawn, but here, after rook b8, he's losing a rook. After knight e7, takes, and queen d5.